So I had this huge epiphany about shrimp and grits. I was like, why can't I just use like other seafoods? I had a fillet of salmon in my refrigerator. I was like, oh, perfect, mind blown, definitely salmon and grits. So here's my recipe. Okay, so let's get started. Here are the ingredients. We're gonna start off with about half a pound of a salmon fillet that I'm gonna cut up. We have some quick cooking grits, cheddar cheese, a red onion, 2 tomatoes. We have a little garlic hanging out over here, olive oil, black pepper, freshly ground black pepper, some sea salt. I have pink Himalayan sea salt, some dried thyme. We have red wine vinegar and some heavy cream for our grits. So I just did a quick season on the salmon, which is just some salt and pepper, and I cut them in about maybe like 3 to 4 ounce. They're just a little bit thicker towards the end because they're a little thinner than the rest of these pieces. So I have my cast iron skillet that I have been heating up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the oil in there and add our salmon fillets. Since salmon cooks so quickly, like I really just wanna kind of get the sear on it first. And then flip it over and get the other side to sear. After about 5 minutes, you're gonna flip them, and it's best if you use a non-stick pan, but it's okay if the skin gets like a little crinkly. We're just flipping them to get a little bit of color on the other side. So as you can see, there's like a nice sear on them, so we're just gonna set them aside and work on our tomato sauce with the grits. So while the heat is still hot, I chopped up the onion in about 1/2 inch thick ring. We're just gonna put that in. We're almost gonna kind of like caramelize it, so we're gonna cook it down for a little bit. I'm gonna add in our tomatoes along with the vinegar and so to get more of a gravy consistency, I'm just going to add some water and let it cook down. So while this is stewing, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. So I'm about to turn this on low and let it simmer while I stir my grits. Alright, our water is coming up to boil. I'm going to add the grits in and then stir immediately. And we are stirring and stirring and stirring. I turned the heat down to like a medium, so you have like a medium boil. As it starts to thicken up, we're gonna add in our cream. And stir, stir, stir. So lastly, we're gonna sprinkle some cheese in here. We'll just stir it in the cheese, and it's the consistency that I like it. If you like it a little thicker, you can cook it a little bit longer. And I would finish with butter, but I realized I literally don't have any butter and I just can't believe it. But ready to plate. Okay, now that a nice gravy has formed, I put it on low and I'm gonna add the salmon back in here. But it's not to cook it, it's really just to warm it a little bit because our grits is almost done. To plate it with our yummy, yummy grits. I'm going to pour my grits at the bottom of my shallow bowl. Alright, so there you have it. I just chopped up some green onions and mixed a little gravy on with the salmon and grits.